In this video, we're going to answer the question, why does Amazon listing design even matter? Why should you care about it as an Amazon seller, and why you should invest in your Amazon listing design? My name is Manoli Epitropoulos. I've been helping Amazon sellers increase their ROAS and conversion rate using Amazon listing design for the last 6 years. So jumping in here, first, let's just go over Amazon listing design at a glance, at an overview. So up here, you have your main image and your title, these top variables. These are going to help get customers to click from search to land on your listing. So these are going to be variables that are part of listing design, but are really influencing your click-through rate. And then all these variables on the left, so your listing images, your product videos, your bullet points, your brand story, and your premium A+ content, these are listing design variables, and these are going to help get your customers to buy your product once they've clicked and landed on your listing. So why does this matter? Why do you want to have good listing design? Number one, it's going to help increase your ROAS, your return on ad spend. So this is the customer journey that customers take on Amazon to buy your product. So first, they see your product in search, which if you're launching a new product, you're pretty much going to have zero visibility. You need to launch ad campaigns to first be visible. And so what that means is that every click is going to be paid at first. Eventually, you'll rank organically, and we'll talk about that next. But you're going to pay for every single click. So at first, you might have, if you have bad listing design, you might put in $1 and you might get out $1. But this is $1 of revenue, right? And so if you're getting a 30% profit margin, you're going to be losing money if you have a 1 ROAS here. What we want to do is increase our ROAS. So if we have a better listing design, we can get more people to buy per click or per 10 clicks. And so if we have a 4 ROAS, then now we're profitable. Now we can spend more on ads. We can get more visibility. We can rank organically. Your ROAS is going to help you scale if you have a high ROAS. So this is number one. If you have good listing design, all these clicks that you're getting from step number 2, you're going to convert more of them. You're going to be more profitable, and that's going to help you have longevity and success on Amazon. Number 2, like we said, increase your organic ranking. So looking at this 3-step journey again, if you have a good main image and title, as we saw on the overview, that's going to help increase your click-through rate on a specific keyword. So every time a customer is seeing your product, it is within a specific search. And so as you get a high click-through rate, a high conversion rate, and you sell on a specific keyword, Amazon is going to start to trust your product with that specific keyword. And over time, you'll start to rank organically. So you won't have to rely on your ROAS and your ad spend all the time. You'll eventually be able to rely on your TROAS as your total return per dollar of ad spend. And a big part of that is going to be increasing your organic ranking. Obviously, you have repeat purchases and subscribers and other strategies. But when it comes to listing design, good main images and titles increase your click-through rate. That's going to help build trust with Amazon. Okay, your product is relevant. People are clicking on it. Additionally, you have a high conversion rate. That's going to be heavily driven by your listing design. And then you're selling, right? So getting customers to land on your listing and also sell. As you sell more, as you have a high click-through rate, as you have a high conversion rate, this is going to build trust with Amazon. You're going to rank organically. It's going to make you more profitable. Number 3, elevate your perceived value. So I've built this illustration here just to show that the wider the gap between your price and the perceived value of your product, the higher the conversion rate. Forget the price component. The higher the perception, the more you can raise your price. We'll talk about that next. But just to show you what we're talking about here, if the perception is a Lamborghini and you're selling it for $1, you're going to sell a ton of units. Now, that's a little bit unrealistic, right? But in this case, this is a realistic option, right? $30,000 for a new Volkswagen Tiguan, right? This is going to be more realistic. And then you have, this Toyota Corolla for $100,000, right? Imagine the way the car looks is the quality of your listing. The more you can look like a Lamborghini, the less relevant your price becomes. And so, if you have the perception of one of the best products and you do that with your listing design and your copywriting, customers are going to trust your product, and the price becomes less relevant, not irrelevant, but less relevant. And if, let's say, your listing looks like a Toyota Corolla from 2000, it doesn't matter how good it is. If it looks bad, it's going to be hard to sell it at any price. So if you can successfully elevate your perceived value, what are the benefits? You can increase your price. You can keep your price and increase your units sold. Or in many cases, as we've seen with our Amazon brands that we manage, you can increase your price and you can also increase your units sold at the same time. Number 4, reduce negative reviews. So I have an example here of a product that we recently designed, but we've been designing all of this brand's listing pages. One thing we noticed was that customers were complaining about the 3-foot cord. It was too short. And so we just made it a point to dedicate an entire image to calling out the 3-foot cord. We enrolled one of their new product launches into Amazon Vine to get reviews. And as you can see here, someone said, hey, I really like how long the cord is. Because we set that expectation up front, the customer knew what they were getting, and now they're actually calling out how much they like it rather than leaving a negative review, which is what would have happened in the past. Additionally, you can increase positive reviews. So by educating the customer on why this product is so great, they now understand what to expect, and they might even end up leaving a review about that. Same exact review here, but we're looking at a different listing image. The customer says, no instructions needed, great for any type of wax melt. And looking at our image, simply add wax melts to the dish, right? It's simple, no instructions needed, and works with all wax cubes and wax melts. So they're calling out one of the benefits that we educated the customer on. So not only can you reduce negative reviews by setting expectations, you can also educate the customer so that they end up leaving positive reviews. Finally, you can decrease your return rate. So again, this all has to do with setting expectations for the customer. That 3-foot cord is a good example of reducing negative reviews. In this case, what are the risks, right? If you have a high return rate, Amazon is now showing this frequently returned badge at the top of your listing, right next to the buy box, right under the price, and that's going to dramatically hurt your conversion rate. But let's see what's happening here. So someone left a review here on this product. They marketed this product as 66 feet of lights when in fact 30 feet of it is a length of wire that has no lights on it at all. What a joke. And so if you're just upfront and honest about what your product is, okay, you might convert fewer customers, but you're not going to have bad reviews and high returns and get this terrible badge, and it's going to just end up destroying your Amazon business. So recapping here, what all of these have in common is they all help you grow and they all help you become more profitable on Amazon. Think about it. Increase your ROAS, more profitable. Increase your organic ranking. It helps dilute the amount of sales that come from advertising, makes you more profitable. Elevating your perceived value helps you sell more, but also helps you raise your price and sell more at the same time. Again, that's a profitability metric. Reducing negative reviews and increasing positive reviews. This is a variable, as we saw in the beginning. Your main image and your title, these are variables within your control. But when you get here, clicking on your product, yeah, there's the main image and there's the title, but there's also your review score and your review count. So if you're getting more reviews and more of them are positive, maybe you end up at 4.6 stars and 2,000 reviews. That's pretty realistic. That's going to help your click-through rate and your conversion rate. And as we saw here, by doing that, you're going to increase your organic ranking. And then decreasing your return rate is just lowering one of the costs in your business, which makes you more profitable. If you got value from this video, please give it a like. And if you want more videos like this in your feed, please hit subscribe. Finally, if you'd like a free consultation for your Amazon business, just click the link in the description below and you can book a call with me and my team for that free consultation and growth plan. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.